Okay guys, I am back out and we're gonna go through some things with how I feel about how things have gone since I've actually been on YouTube for a few years now. And the things that I want to continue to do that it seems like you guys are liking, but I like, and that's really the key, right? That's why I started the channel, originally to learn about videography and getting comfortable with the gear I have that does video, and then to improve on that, but also have an outlet to continue to show my creative style and display it, present it for whoever wants to watch it. So one of the things that I definitely want to do is get into giving you guys more of the what the hell is he out here doing this for anyway. You know, what drives me to go out. Like this morning, I want to go out and shoot film. I want to go out and shoot 120 film. I want to go out and shoot black and white. And I want to be able to have the ability to learn more, see my results, learn from those results, shooting with my gear that'll allow me to basically shoot the way I feel right now, which is to shoot film. So that also could explain why I have an assortment of gear, why we all do, right? So just to give you the assignment, my assignment today is to satisfy that urge, go out with my GA645 to shoot some 120 Lady Grey, ISO 400, and experiment with it while shooting street photography. And pretty much anything in the street is what I'm going after. So that's the goal. That's what I'm shooting for. That's what I'm aiming for. I do have my Fujifilm GFX100 RF as a digital backup because I go out and I shoot film and digital at the same time. So I'm gonna hit a little area not too far from where I live, and I'm gonna go out and explore. I'm bringing you guys along for the experience, and then hopefully, you know, if you see stuff that's you feel you want to comment on it. Like absolutely the content if you like the format, for sure. I just want to get more relaxed in what I'm doing and not letting YouTube and its algorithm drive me from what I originally started YouTube for, which was to learn about videography, which I think I've done a good job of that. I definitely can do better, like we all can, right? Always looking to improve, and be able to show my artistic results. So enough of this. I'm almost to my location. Once we get there, we'll walk around and we'll see what I can do. We'll run to a store that I know does black and white developing, and yeah, let's have some fun. Okay, so I got the first roll in here, and if you guys have shot with the GA645 before, you know that this camera will shoot roughly about 16 shots. I have 6x4x5 medium format framed images, and that gives me, on this particular camera, a lot of opportunity as we take our first shot here of this train car, and gives me more images to take on a 120 versus using, say, a Mamiya, which is, I believe, 6x9 or 6x7 or 6x8. In essence, I have a smaller frame, but it's still medium format and gives me a lot of detail in the images, as long as I, of course, nail the shot. So you guys kind of see where I'm at. I'm in Depot Town in Ipsy, and there's always been, in my opinion, some nice subject matter here to take pictures of, and that's what I'm gonna do. So again, I am shooting Lady Grey. I want to get some black and white. I'm gonna look for contrast so I can make for some interesting images, subjects in the frame of the images that I take. So let's go ahead and let's walk around and see what I can find. Like the sticker, but it isn't in the greatest of locations, but that's street photography.
And sometimes you just got to take the image and see what you can capture. I like that it's got a chrome background to it, popping off the black on there. I don't know what Timer Wonderland or whatever that may represent is, or the sticker below it, but I do like the sticker and I like kind of the setup. So I'm looking to get this with the camera, and so that means I'm a crouch, do what I need to do to be able to get the image here and get close so I can get a good framing. And we're gonna take off our exposure comp and put this back at 0, and because I am backlit, and I'll kind of will focus on it. Hopefully this is doing it right with this GA645, and hopefully I got a good framing on there. So that's what, you know, shooting film does, you know. And there's a little bit of mystery to it sometimes on how you think you got it, especially when you're working with a camera where you're letting the camera do some decision making here. As I move toward the light, I want to show you guys this right here. I kind of like everything that's going on right here with the sign, the stickers and everything. I got a lot of texture, and I am in the shade, but it's more even. So hopefully the light meter on this thing does a great job. And yeah, I just now need to make sure I got my framing right, and hopefully I can capture a good image. So we have finished the first roll of film. Hopefully you guys liked some of the images that I've posted up in that first roll. But as I continue to go through these videos and my outing and my experience that you guys are witnessing, experiencing with me, if you will, I'll definitely drop some tidbits of information in there from my experience from shooting street photography for almost over 5 years. I'd say more closer to 7 or 8 years shooting street photography, if not longer actually, which is sometimes it's nice to just sit and let things play out in the area that you're in. Fish, if you will, is a term they call it, where you wait for opportunities to happen in front of you and you be ready on the trigger of that shutter, that press, so that you can capture that image. What helps in doing that too, when you fish like I am now, you have to make sure you have a camera that'll help you achieve your end result. So like the GA645 is pretty much a point and shoot medium format film camera, which is why I like it so much and think it's such a great choice when it comes to shooting street photography, because it'll keep up with me for a film medium format camera and makes it what I'm doing a lot easier, a lot more efficient. Yeah, I could have got him, but I hate taking back shots of folks on bikes. I think it's better when they're coming at you. That's just me. But that's why I like using this camera, is because of that. And the features on this camera allow for some creative flexibility with the exposure comp. I could use autofocus lock. I could use manual on this, but I do set it up and shoot it in P mode, because I've found over the years, the year or two, 3, I don't know how long I've owned this camera, that the autofocusing is actually pretty good. Yeah, every once in a while it'll miss, but it is a lot better than I thought it would be, and allow me to capture some images of folks. Let's get him when he's in the open. Perfect. And let's get them when they're coming together. The car is in the way, and so couldn't get that image. So that's what I like to do when I'm out, is make sure, one, I can sit and watch the opportunities happen in front of me, and then 2, use the right equipment to help me capture the image. So we're going to get back to doing some shooting and see what I can get on the second roll. So one of the cool things that just happened is the Amtrak train went through, and hopefully I got a good shot on that. I'll show it to you, of course, regardless. But it got me to thinking of another tidbit I want to leave you guys with, which is understand your triggers. Understand what drives you to take the image you take of the subjects you take. Like for instance, hearing the bells and hearing a train toot its horn is a trigger for me to turn and see what's about to happen, and maybe capture a good image. Other things, loud cars, motorcycles and stuff like that. Hearing dogs or leash chains rattling are triggers for me too. I like taking pictures of those. So figure out what your triggers are that get you to prepare yourself for taking the images of the subjects you like to take the most. So that's another tidbit for you guys. Let's get back to finishing this roll. ProCam, and it's a local camera store in Ann Arbor, and they have the ability to develop black and white fairly quickly. Now, my final thoughts on the outing and on Lady Grey by Lomography. The outing, it was great. It's always nice to get out and get the camera going and get some images and scratch that need. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I wanted to shoot film, and I wanted to shoot black and white, and I wanted to shoot medium format. It was nice not to have to come home and spend a couple of hours developing, scanning, and editing the photos. And I have to say, this is my second time using this developing process with ProCam, and I'm liking what I see so far. Now, when it comes to lomography itself, Lomography Grey, lomography films in general, they seem to be a lot more contrasty to me and grainy. And, you know, they do have their nice experimental emotions like turquoise and the purple. But when it comes to Lady Grey and looking at the images on the box, it does come off a little bit muted, if you will, a little bit faded, but also some grain to it too. And that's what I got with these images, as you guys have seen. When it comes to street photography and working to find the right get up and go street photography film for myself, I don't know if Lady Grey is going to be it for me. I want something with a little bit more finer grain to it, if you will. So far right now, from the films that I've shot, Wolfman 100 definitely is a go-to for me, as well as, of course, Ilford Neopan Acros 2. But when I can't get my hands on Ilford, or I should say, excuse me, Fujifilm, I messed that up completely. Fujifilm Neopan Acros 2. I like to go after Wolfman because that seems to work very, very nicely for me. And then as far as other black and white films that I've tried out there, the other one is Cinestill XX, which is a 250 speed. Those two right now are my top contenders when it comes to going out, putting something in my Fujifilm GA645 that will give me the look I'm looking for as far as fine grain, as far as how it handles hard sun highlights, and then how I can save the details in the shadows as well. So
So when it comes to Lady Grey, is it a film that I'd use again? Yes, but I don't know if I'd use it for street photography, especially using it in my Fujifilm GA645. If I'm in a situation where I have time to focus and set it up on a tripod, say using my Mamiya 645, I would absolutely use Lady Grey for that and see how well I can fight the graininess of the film. Now, some of you guys, you may like that graininess and may think it's great for street, and that's great. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. If you guys like what you saw here, definitely hit the like, hit the subscribe. But comment, let me know what you think about Lady Grey by Lomography, and if it's something that you think you would use to capture what you're looking to capture when you go out and shoot street photography. So there you go, guys. Again, I want to kind of get more comfortable and casual and more personal with the videos in this type of setting, more laid back, and kind of just talk about the process as I go through it and show you guys it. So now that you've seen this, let me know what you think about this style of video too, if this works for you or not. And I'll see you guys on the next video.